From backyard Barbies to volunteer halls, you can hear that spirit in the weekend calls. Doesn't take gold, just a soul that cares. They're doing good stuff everywhere.
We've been able to bring our new segment in, the Doing Good Stuff, because the person sitting across the table from us, Rob, is doing good stuff, isn't she?
Oh, yes, indeedy do. It's magnificent work that BlazeAid, Aussie hay runners are doing. We're focusing on that today, and one of the central characters of BlazeAid, Chris. Good morning and welcome.
Vice President, if you don't mind, please, appropriate levels of respect. Vice President of BlazeAid.
Oh, Vice President of BlazeAid. Chris, good morning and welcome to the Two Blokes Chatting radio show.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone for making us so welcome here in Skipton. It's been awesome.
It's absolute pleasure. And I might say the longer he does it, the better he gets. That is my favouriteest artificial song, the BlazeAid tribute fencing song, Neil. I love that. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah, for those who heard that song, we heard it. It was kind of a bit scattered at our end. It's a song called Building Fences, and it's available on Spotify. Just look for Artificial in the Intelligence off his album, or their album, Smoke on the Hill. We'll talk about that afterwards, Chris. Now, tell us about what this thing is, BlazeAid, how you got involved, why people should be involved.
Because you'll get far more out of it than you will ever give. There's a good reason to get involved. Mm-hmm. It's a charity that was born out of the 2005 Black Saturday fires, and it was set up just to help farmers who were overwhelmed by the losses of both fences and livestock, lives, homes, all that stuff. And Kevin Butler's our founding president.
Brackets, no relation.
And Kevin started the organisation at the end of 9 months, packed it all up and thought, well, that was worthwhile, that was fulfilling, that was good. Aren't we lucky? And then Cyclone Yasi came along and BlazeAid fired up again, and then lots of other disasters. I think we've had 50-something camps.
Wow.
Over the span of time since we started. It's been a privilege to be involved.
Volunteering is very much part of Australia's culture, but there's an interesting movement, and this is what we're fitting with BlazeAid, is that a lot of people travel now, a lot of people retire, get a van, travel around Australia, and the ability to tap in to an organisation like this as part of their holiday, if you like, it opens up a lot of opportunities for people to get involved the same way you have got involved, which has been taken up by the enormous generosity and passion and giving that this organisation does.
Well, we're one of those couples that were heading around for the big lap around the country, and back in the day we got as far as Laharan and stopped off supposedly for 5 days at Laharan to help out. And here we are 15 years later. We've made our way to Skipton.
I had an anniversary yesterday. I stepped out of the classroom for 6 months on the 6th of February 1989. My 6 months is dragging on as well. Now we do, on the concept of that, we have got a call from Jodie, who is a listener, and she is based in and around Geelong. She said, could I please ask Chris if there's accommodation for those who wish to volunteer but don't have a caravan, tent or camper van, and will there be a camp set up in Colac?
The first answer, the accommodation, yes. So long as you let me know you're coming, I'll make sure that we've got somewhere for you to stay. Some people very kindly lend us their caravans, but we also have what are known as Swift shelters, and they're basically a Corflute weatherproof tent, and we just pop a camp stretcher and some bedding in there and you can stay, because once you get here, all 3 meals a day are provided, as well as the odd smoko and snack and chocolate, dare I say.
And 2/3 of a jelly slice that someone's already eaten 2/3 of, and I can't name names on that, obviously. But the thing we found with Stuart and Sharon when we just chatted to them is this is not about working. The work's just the excuse to get together and a bit of fun.
Correct. It's a very convivial atmosphere.
Yeah.
And lots of friendships are made here in the camp and out with the farmers that extend way beyond the life of the camp. So it's very fulfilling, it's very rewarding. It is hard work and you do see a lot of heartache and anguish, but you can come back here and talk to others, and we worked our way through those heavy issues.
Yeah.
We had a gentleman last night come in, and one of our volunteers brought his guitar in and sang for a while, and somebody else had a drum in their caravan. We pertinently had a band here last night, live entertainment.
I should have brought my guitar. Someone might have been able to play it, because I certainly can't.
No, Chris, it's wonderful
lovely.
you do, and for people of our vintage, we've grown up volunteering. It's just part of Australian culture, but I sense there's a bit of a gap now with younger people who don't instinctively do it, but this is a great opportunity to experience it in a different kind of way that I think once you do it, volunteering will become part of your life naturally, I sense.
Well, I think there's a camaraderie that develops, and the Grey Nomads have got the most amazing sort of tom-tom communication network. But we're now finding too that we're getting backpackers, young people, and boy do they give the camp some life. They're fantastic. We've got an American lad here at the moment as well as a Belgian. So, and I think we've got a New Zealander coming next week. So, a bit multicultural.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think it's fair to say that if you're coming here looking for it to be the Hilton, you're probably going to be disappointed. But it's about spending some time with some good people. Now, Chris, we are running out of time, sadly, because, well, we couldn't shut Stuart up, to be honest. But I had to say that, Sharon made me. But
I used to travel on a school bus with Stuart.
Yes.
60-something years ago, but we'll not take that any further.
Yeah, no, I told him it was 35 years ago, and Sharon just shook her head. But we've got a couple of people. Obviously, Leanne, one of our volunteers, has said, "Good on you blokes, doing a good job despite the Corellas and the system." But that's good. So if people want to volunteer now, whether that's volunteer to go out and build fences, volunteer to help in the kitchen here, volunteer to come and talk to people, want to come and big stuff, donate money, what do they do?
It's very easy. Have a look on the internet for BlazeAid.com.
.au. Yeah.
And once you've got that, you'll have all the contact numbers.
Yep.
And Kevin Butler, who's a very busy man, still takes calls and helps us as much as he can. And he'll, in fact, be here tomorrow visiting our area. So if anyone's going through Skipton and you want to meet Kevin around lunchtime and you've got 5 minutes, he talks more than me, so you'll be held up.
It could be hard to believe, wouldn't it? Well, as it happens, I interviewed Kevin on Chewing the Fat last year, and I'll post a link to that conversation on our Facebook page. Chris, we do need to go because we've got to cross over back to the studio and talk to Tom really quickly. But we want to say, well done you. Well done BlazeAid. It is extraordinary what you guys do. And as we mentioned before, if you want to donate something to Aussie Hay Runners, go and find Aussie Hay Runners on Facebook. If you want to donate time or money to BlazeAid, just off the top of your head, do you know roughly how many kilometres of fencing need to be replaced at the moment?
They estimate there's approximately 1,000 kilometres of fencing being lost in the fires in this district. Now, all 1,000 kilometres won't be replaced because lots of farmers are moving from sheep to cropping.
Yep.
And they don't want fences, they get in the way, but there'll be several hundred.
Yeah, the crops don't run away either, do they?
No.
No, that's always handy. So blazeaid.com.au. If you want to find out about the camps, there's a link on there to community camps. Click on there, and there's a whole list of places. Skipton is the one that we are at today. We chose Skipton because they're looking after the southwest of Victoria, including Golden Plains, which is part of our broadcast area, and Corangamite, where we are now. We just think you do an amazing job. You're an amazing person, and we just love the fact that we were able to come out and have some of your jelly slice.
Well, it's been a privilege to have you here, and I hope we keep in touch and
Absolutely.
Can update from time to time.
And Rob owns a ute.
Does
Just
he?
saying. Just saying.
Yep. And I can fence. So
you
we might
really?
be in touch.
He's
Most attractive man.
Thank you very much.
That's why he's on radio. And when he says fence, he was actually a bronze medalist in fencing, but he's not talking about building fences. He's talking about, the sword thing.
No, I can do the other stuff. Chris, don't you worry. You are a superstar. Love what you and your organisation does. Thank you so much. And good luck to you. And if you want to get some support, get on the BlazeAid or Aussie Hay Runners and chuck something at them. It's a wonderful cause.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Much
Chris.
appreciated.
That's Chris Mail. She's the Vice President of BlazeAid.